Hey there friends and folks, today we're going to be making these super simple drop earrings. Even though this style is pretty easy to achieve, it's one of my favorites because they move so beautifully. You can make these as short or as long as you want to, but for today I'm going to be making each earring approximately 2 inches. The tools you'll need today are your needle nose pliers or your chain nose pliers if you don't have needle nose, your round nose pliers, and your wire cutters. For our supplies, I've cut this segment of chain that is approximately 1.5 inches, but more importantly, it's 12 links long. This is important because I'll need 2 beads per link except for that bottom link, which needs 1, and the top segment, which is going to have 0. So I've got my 2 segments of chain, each with 12 links, which means I need 42 beads and 42 headpins. These headpins are going to be 26 gauge since I'm using these teeny tiny stones, but you should use whatever size pins are appropriate to whatever size bead you've chosen. Then of course, to finish these off, I've got my ear wires. The only technique you'll need today is your wire wrapped loop technique, so if you aren't already well versed in that, I'll link my how-to video down below. But if you're ready to get started, let's do this. I'll start by attaching my ear wires to the chain segments. It often doesn't matter whether you attach your ear wires at the beginning or the end of your process, but for today's instruction, I'll be doing it at the beginning, so we kind of have an anchor for the tops of our earrings. And now begins the time-consuming part. We're going to wrap 2 beads per link, going all the way down our chain and only 1 on the bottom link. For each link, I'll attach 1 bead to each side of the link it's attached to, so the 2 beads sit opposite each other. I'm using my needle nose pliers today because these beads are especially teeny tiny and I want to make my wraps as small as possible without making them so tight that they don't move freely. If you create your loop too tight, it won't have that beautiful natural movement we're looking for with this design. So if you are going teeny tiny like I am, be sure you're leaving enough wiggle room, literally. Now that I'm going to be doing this for the next 30 minutes at least, I'll usually listen to a podcast or watch something on my computer. And this is how I get through so much gosh darn Netflix. This time-consuming wire wrapping is great for media consumption. It's almost like some people will describe knitting to me. It's just kind of a meditative, repetitive motion that's easy to do while your attention is held elsewhere. Don't forget, if you're doing a lot of wire wrapping like this, which I often am because rarely do I sit down and make just 1 pair of earrings, it's important to take breaks, stretch your fingers and legs, and give your eyes a rest. Be sure to take care of yourself. And there you have it. It really is as simple as that. Just a heckin' lot of wire wrapped loops. This design is so easy to customize. You can adjust the number of beads you attach to each link. You can change the size of the chain or the beads you're using. You can even use different colors of beads to create gradients. I made this gradient pair just for this video and I love it so much I honestly might keep it for myself. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Please let me know if you have any questions down below and I'll do my best to answer them. If you're on Instagram, I'd love to see photos of any of your creations. You can find me at Mars Made Jewelry. And until next time, take care and be well.